Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen now. Let's start immediately. The ones coming in should join us. So I'm recording this now. So good evening, guys, and trust we are doing great. This will be a very snappy one. Euro USD and DXY. So let's start from DXY. Okay, the monthly and DXY, and I have to remove all this. Okay, so last week I made mention of this inverse FVG here, which price closed below, so showing us move to the downside. Hey guys, can you see my screen now? Please, if you can see my screen, put on the chat box 111, please. Hello, can anybody hear me? All right, who's joining on the? Okay, so last week I made mention of this inverse FVG here, which price closed below it. Which price closed below it. So where is my next drawn liquidity? My next drawn liquidity should be here. My next external drawn liquidity should be this low here. So let's go down to the weekly and see what we're going to get from the weekly. Now, these are external DOL. I have to label this DOL. Level this DOL, and I don't need this monthly gap again because I've already seen what I should expect. This will be better on full screen. Okay, so looking at the weekly now, weekly I can see this nice weekly gap here. You see this weekly gap here and here. This price already mitigated. This price already mitigated for this down movement this past week. This down movement. So let's go to the daily and see what we're going to get from the daily. So daily looking pretty nice, right? Daily looking nice. Price already in this weekly FVG for this down movement here. So I have two things. On daily here, I can see this gap. I have to use rectangle box. So I can see this gap on daily. And I can see another gap here. Opening gap. So DXY might probably do something like this in this coming week. Probably react to this gap or play this fair value gap here. Price might want to play the 50% which is consequent encroachment. Price might want to play this. I want to do something like this before the drop. So price might, DXY might probably want to do something like this. Either use this gap or use this fair value gap. Use the 50% of this fair value gap for the drop. Remember, we'll still have this buy side liquidity. Price needs to take it out. So let's check Euro USD. Now, last week on Euro USD, I gave out this sale here last week. And that was the only trade I had last week. So I was expecting price to tap into this daily gap, this daily FVG here. Look at what happened. We got an aggressive move to the downside, but unfortunately, price didn't take out this external drawn liquidity here. Didn't take out this external drawn liquidity, and I have this down movement closing below this gap. So when the initial trade I called was hit stop loss. But I didn't exit because in 5 minutes I saw an entry in 5 minutes. That's why I removed my stop loss, which later resulted to this. This was the initial position we opened. You guys too that hit SL, and this is the last one I opened when I got another confirmation. So let's see. Look at what happened. Price closed above it with this aggressive move, and then came back and closed below it. Took myself there. I took myself around here. And this is not the chart. Hold on, let me show you guys the chart. Yeah. So I have this stop on this trade liquidity, and I have this structure shift and this gap. So let's go back to Euro USD. What we're expecting on Euro USD this week. I have to clean out this more time. So from the monthly, Euro USD from the monthly, this inverse FVG is still very strong, holding price. So I need to see a continuation of the up movement on Euro USD with the help of this inversion here. And where is my next to draw on liquidity? Should be this place. This high here should be my next draw on liquidity. So we have this inversion on the monthly. Let's go down to the weekly and see what we're going to get from the weekly. All right. I don't need this. I don't need this. So price played this other block here, which I told you guys last week. I was expecting USD last week. So price played this other block after violating this gap here. But the gap's still valid because price closed inside it. Price closed inside it. And the price still respected, closed inside it. So, and this push, this push helps take price up to our daily FVG where we got the sales. You see here, pushed price up inside this FVG that was violated, and later I have to mute everybody now. So look at what happened. Price played open of that weekly order block. This weekly order block here. So let's see the daily. Price played the open of that monthly or weekly order block. Sorry. So violating this gap here and later closed below it. So in the coming week now, I have this external drawn liquidity, daily drawn liquidity that price didn't take out. I'm expecting price to take out in this coming week. And since we've played this weekly order block, what is my next draw? What is my next internal liquidity? My next internal liquidity should be this gap here. Should be this gap here. So on Euro USD, I'll be expecting something like this. Yeah, to take out this external draw. And now remember, price moves from one liquidity zone to another liquidity zone, either from buy stop liquidity or sell stop liquidity. It can be old highs or old lows. Price move that's our external liquidity to internal liquidity, which is fair value gaps. So I'm expecting price to come play this internal liquidity here before going on to take this our buy stop liquidity. Like it black. So guys, this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD and the dollar index. Going down to 4 hours, a little retracement into this hourly gap here might be possible. Might be possible. That's something like this price retracing inside this gap for this one. But I'll probably wait for this. I'll just have to stay on the sideline tomorrow or next to see how price is going to react to this place. And I'm not expecting to take that trade. I'll just wait for price to come into this my daily gap. To play this my daily gap before I take action for this buy stop liquidity. Yeah. So looking at the news this week, um, looking at the news this week, let's see. Let's see this week. Okay. On Wednesday, we have a high impact news, GBP CPI. On Tuesday and 4 p.m. we have CB consumer confidence. Then on Thursday, 2:30 we have final GDP unemployment claims. Yeah, we have two high impact news on Thursday and Friday. Friday we have GBP retail sales and USD core PCE. And around 4 we have reversed UMO consumer statement. So guys, as you can see, we have so many high impact news coming in this week. If you're trading, you have to be very, very careful. Make sure you see your clear confluences before you take any trades. Okay, trade carefully, and I'm wishing us all a happy week and a profitable week as well. Once again, my name is Chimezie Xavier, Assistant Head Educator, Capital X in Africa. So, guys, good night and take care. So, sorry, I forgot. If you have any question, maybe you can drop on the WhatsApp group, then I'll answer your questions.